I want to talk to you about something we all feel, but often try to hide. Fear, stress, and anxiety. You see, most people live like this, constantly bracing themselves against life, as if life is a storm and they're just trying to hold the roof down long enough to make it through. And when you live like that, everything becomes a danger. Every phone call, every choice, every silence becomes a thing to fear. But what if I told you something very simple? It's not your purpose to live afraid. You weren't born just to survive the week. You weren't put here to live in constant stress, to carry anxiety in your chest like a stone. That's not your job. No, your job is to live fully, to feel deeply, to dance with life, not to hide from it. Now, of course, fear has a purpose. It always did. In ancient times, it kept us alive. When a wild animal appeared, fear told us, run, climb, hide. But today, that same instinct is still inside us. The only thing is, there's no tiger, no lion waiting in the bushes. Instead, the fear now lives in your head. It whispers to you when you want to speak up. It holds you back when you want to start something new. It paints pictures of disaster when you think about changing your job, your relationship, your direction. And what's strange, what's ironic is this. Fear, which once protected us, now keeps us trapped. You say, I'll start that business one day. I'll leave this toxic situation soon. I'll follow my dreams when the timing is right. But the timing never feels right, does it? Because fear always has one more thing to say, one more warning, one more what if. Let me offer a thought, a very old thought really. What if the danger you're running from isn't real? Not real like a bus speeding toward you, but imagined, an illusion made from what ifs and stories you've picked up along the way. Fear is not the problem. Believing that you cannot handle what life brings, that's the real problem. Now take a look at your fears, not just the surface ones. Look deep. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of being alone, fear of losing money, your job, your health, someone you love. Some of these are fears of something happening to you, and others are fears of yourself, of not being good enough, strong enough, worthy enough. But every fear, in the end, comes back to one root idea. I can't handle it. Think about that. You're not afraid of failure. You're afraid that if you fail, you won't know what to do. You're not afraid of being alone. You're afraid that if you are, you won't survive the silence. You're not afraid of change. You're afraid that once things change, you'll fall apart. But let me ask you, what if that's not true? What if you can handle it? What if every time you were afraid you stopped and whispered just one thing to yourself? Whatever happens, I'll deal with it. Because you will, you already have. You've survived every bad day so far. You've walked through pain. You've cried and healed and grown. You've handled more than you give yourself credit for. So, I say again, fear is not the enemy. The belief that you are powerless, that's the enemy. We live in a world full of noise, expectations, pressure, and all of that creates stress. Stress floods your body with something called cortisol. That's a hormone meant to help you in short bursts. But when it lingers, when you live in constant worry, it slowly tears at your body and mind. Your immune system weakens, your sleep suffers, your heart, your bones, your mind begin to break down. So what can you do? Not escape, not run. But remember that you are more than fear. Remember that stillness is within you. Remember that life is not meant to be controlled, only lived. Imagine for a moment that life is a river. You're not meant to fight it, to build a dam and stop its flow. You're meant to float, to breathe, to feel the current. When fear arises, it is just a wave. Let it pass. When stress tightens your chest, breathe deep. Let it rise, then fall. Say to yourself, I see you, fear, but you don't own me. I hear you, anxiety, but I choose peace. I feel you, stress, but I am not you. You see, the goal is not to be fearless. The goal is to live with fear without letting it drive the car. So as we move forward, I leave you with one simple practice. Every time you face fear, replace one thought. Instead of, I can't handle this, say, I can handle this. Say it until you believe it. Say it even if your voice shakes. Say it until the thought becomes a truth. Because that's where real peace lives, not in avoiding life, but in meeting life fully, with calm eyes and a steady heart. And when you truly know that you can handle it, you become free. Let's continue with a simple truth. Horrible things will happen to you. Not might, not maybe, but absolutely, certainly, they will. You will lose someone you love. You might lose your job, face illness, feel anxiety, sadness, fear. That's not pessimism. That's not negativity. That is life. But here's the beauty of knowing that if life guarantees suffering, then you can prepare for it. You can stop being surprised. And more importantly, you can begin to ask yourself the only question that really matters. What will I do about it? Because what happens to you is never the full story. The real story is how you respond. You can cry. You can complain. You can ask, why me? But that does nothing. It only drains you. It only feeds your suffering. You see, energy is precious. Why waste it arguing with life? So instead of asking why it happened, ask, what can I do now? What can I learn from this? When someone you love passes away, yes, grieve, feel it fully, but then honor them. Live in a way that carries their spirit forward. Share their wisdom. Pass on the love they gave you. Let their presence echo in the way you treat others. You are not a victim of circumstance. That's an illusion. Where you are right now, emotionally, financially, spiritually, is not because of the government or your parents or your boss. It's because of the choices you've made. And more often than not, the fears you've surrendered to. Now it's tempting to say, but my situation is different. And yes, your situation is unique, just like everyone else's. But here's the catch. You still have to play the hand you were dealt. You don't get to pick the cards, but you do get to decide how you play them. We often look at life through the lens of what should be. I should have been born rich. I should be happier. I should look better. Life should be fair. But life doesn't deal in shoulds. Life is what it is. And you don't need it to be different to find peace. Peace comes when you stop resisting what is and start responding consciously. That begins with one powerful act. Taking responsibility. Not blame, not guilt, but ownership. If you're unhappy in your relationship, take a breath. Don't lash out. Don't point fingers. Just ask yourself honestly, why am I still here? You chose it. So either stay and love fully or leave. But do not complain. The same goes for your job. You chose it. You accepted the paycheck. So don't poison your mind blaming your boss or co-workers. Change it, leave it, or accept it. In fact, those are your only three choices in life. 1. Change the situation. If you can do something to make it better, do it. Speak up, act, create. If there's a conflict, try to solve it. Be responsible for your part in it. 2. Leave the situation. If it's toxic, if it's draining your soul, walk away. Not recklessly, not with rage, but with grace. with a plan, with the belief that you are worthy of better. 3. Accept it. If you choose to stay, stop complaining. Complaining is like drinking poison and hoping life will change. You have to make peace with where you are, or go. Anything else is madness. Now, don't confuse responsibility with self-punishment. It's easy to fall into the trap of shame. The voice in your head says, "How could I fall for that lie? I'm such an idiot for trusting her. I should have known better." That voice is not your friend. It is fear wearing the mask of wisdom, and fear wants you frozen. Fear wants you small. But here's the truth. We all make mistakes, and we often repeat them. That doesn't make you broken. It makes you human. Learn from them. Grow from them. But don't live in them. The moment you start blaming yourself endlessly, you stop trying. You stop risking. And that means you stop growing. And remember, growth is happiness. It's not the money, not the fame, not the things. It's movement, forward motion. That feeling that you're not stuck, that you're becoming something better, deeper, truer. And that comes from action, not from comfort, not from waiting, not from blaming. It comes from stepping forward again and again and again. So my friend, let life happen. Let the losses come. Let the changes sweep through. Don't resist the river, but don't drown in it either. Flow with it. Dance with it. Learn from it. Because the river is not your enemy. It is your teacher. And you are not a victim. You are not broken. You are becoming.